Hey everyone, Hamilton and Seth here are going to give you a quick mortgage update. Many of you have read that if you have high credit scores, then you're going to pay more money if you buy a home or refinance a home starting immediately. Well, May 1st technically, but it's already in effect. So basically what's happening is there's something called a loan level price adjustment. It's created by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They've been out for many, many years, and they adjust almost every year with something different. For example, the last year they made investment homes and second homes a lot more expensive compared to primary homes. And this year they made some adjustments on credit scores and loan to value. That means loan to value is essentially when you're purchasing, what is your down payment? And so the headlines look as if you have higher credit, you're paying more. Well, in some cases that is true, as you'll see from this chart. The red designates what is costing more than what it used to cost compared to the previous loan level price adjustments. But in reality, having a higher credit score is still always going to be cheaper than having a lower credit score. So we've read, we've heard, we've seen people saying they're not going to pay their bills, they're going to lower their credit scores, they're going to try to benefit from being less expensive to buy a home, which is not the case at all. Again, the chart shows all the green sections are improvements into the cost of interest rates, and the red section is costing more. So you can say between 80 and 85% loan to value. And if you have between a 720 and a 760 credit score, that's the red. That's the most red part. Hopefully you're not colorblind and you can see that. But the 3/4 point adjustment, so that's nearly 1% of the fees are changing to be more expensive for that bracket. But if you look at the 95% loan to value at a 780 credit score at the top right, it's actually improving. It's actually cheaper than it was previously. So they're rewarding at this time people with high credit, very high credit, and even if you're putting low down, even at a 720 FICO, it's actually cheaper if you put 5% down. So they're really hitting it between the 15 and 20% down. They're making it more expensive. To me, there's some strategies. Should you go 5% down, save some money, have some money in reserves? Buying a home is expensive. You need to furnish your home. There's just a lot of reasons to retain money, and you just compare the payment differences. Okay, so we've had some questions from people asking about if I currently have a mortgage, is anything changing? Are fees going up for me? Am I going to pay more due to these new loan level price adjustments that came out? The answer is no. It does not affect current homeowners with current mortgages. Those are locked in and you have a contract guaranteed in place with your current lender servicer. But for new buyers and people refinancing, whether cash out or just rate and term to lower your payment, yes, these are going to have some changes, and you want to connect with us or someone you trust to go over how these new changes can affect you, the costs, the interest rates, the fees, all that, and we'll break it down for you. So if you have any questions, if you're going to be purchasing or refinancing starting immediately, these changes have already taken place. And there's actually an additional change happening August 1st. It has to do with debt to income ratio. If you're above 40% debt to income ratio, there's actually an adjustment for that as well. So make sure to contact us, Full Circle Home Loans. We can break down to see if you're going to be affected by that. I do want to also say that for many of you who think that the lower tiers are going to be benefiting from this, actually I think an FHA loan is still the best loan for a lot of those categories. The mortgage insurance in many cases is going to be lower than a conventional loan, and FHA just has a lot of advantages I really like, especially with future refinancing. So if you have questions about any of this stuff whatsoever, be sure to contact me or anyone from Full Circle Home Loans, and we'll be happy to help educate you on the facts.